up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. When I bought the Aston Martin, y'all thought it was rented. Flexing on these, I'm like Popeye on the spinach. Double M, yeah, that's my team. Rose, the captain, I'm lieutenant. I'm the type can the men cast and grind.
What's up, fam? It's your girl, Liddy Lisa, and I'm rocking with your girl, Nikita Love, formerly known as Nikki, and your girl, gotta respect the vibe, Queen Kai.
That part.
Hey, and this is your livest podcast down south, No Cap Miami. We keeping it real Dade County style. Y'all keep it tuned right there. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe at the end of our show on YouTube. And y'all keep it tuned right there. Nikita, go ahead and tell them what we talking about today.
All right, everybody. So today's opening statement is on colorism. Okay, so the question is, have you ever witnessed or experienced discrimination from your own race? So to open up, I think we should just start off by defining colorism. Lisa, you want to go ahead and define colorism for us?
Colorism is a term that was officially coined in 1982 by Alice Walker. It was a word that was publicized and used to define people that discriminate against their own culture, race. It's not just based on one nationality, but people that struggle with colorism in all nationalities. So we're going to reflect a little bit on different things that took place in the public eyes that, from different people, or if some of us share personal experiences that we have seen took place in our time and ages of colorism. And pretty much, yeah, that's what we're talking about today. And we also have a guest speaker and hot feature that's going to be chiming in on the discussion today. She can go ahead and introduce herself.
Yo, it's Athena, Reaching Credit Goals. I do credit repair. Everybody, some people know me, some people don't, but you can get to know me.
And we're going to give her a little few minutes at the end of the show to go ahead and tell us a little bit more about her business. Y'all keep it locked right there. And go ahead and talk to me, King Kai. Talk to him. Tell her what we talk about. Go ahead and chime in on the discussion a little bit more. How you feel about colorism? And have you ever experienced any of that, like seen it taking place? Because there's a lot of that going on, not just with the black race, the Latinas, white people experience it.
I think it's something, it's definitely real.
Us.
It exists. For sure. I think I'm older than all y'all in the room, so I definitely experienced it. When I was younger, I went to a private school that was majority Caucasian. I think it was me and another black girl in the classroom. So I experienced that, some doubt and fears in class. It was scary.
And I feel like colorism didn't start now in our age. I feel like we grew up in it. It started like a long time ago, back in our ancestry, slavery days. It wasn't something that we started. It was something that was kind of forced in on us back in the old times. Right. Like, you feel me? I feel like when slavery took place, they forced us to be divided. They taught us what division was. We wasn't that necessarily wasn't how we raised, but it was something that was installed in us. Some people accepted it, and other people outgrew it. And pretty much like that's how I feel when I think of colorism. You know, I try to overcome that, but you definitely, in certain situations, you feel the pressures of society that influences. Media doesn't make us be colorism, like, you know what I'm saying, but it definitely it enhances it, because a lot of black women, not just dark skinned but light skinned women, get criticized and bashed when they don't do what society thinks they're supposed to do based on the color of their skin. They try to keep us in a box, you know.
Definitely.
For sure. Mm-hmm. For sure. I know, like, growing up, I remember, like, being in school and being teased by other black people for being dark, you know, like, feeling like, why are you a lot darker than your sisters and brother, and, like, making me feel, like, ugly, you know. I remember feeling like I wish I was lighter. I wish my hair was straighter, like, but because other black people made me feel like I wasn't beautiful. Which sucks, because we're all black, you know, right. I don't carry that insecurity like for certain now, but it's definitely like been a part of me, like, growing up. Like, it's just been a part of the person that I've become. which sucks because I want to be able to. I feel like it's important for all Black people to be like that for the younger generations. Like I always like tell my nieces and nephews, like you are so beautiful, and your dreads and your curly hair, like
And
it's
when
beautiful.
people hear the term Black, they automatically think African American, but Black isn't just with African American. Black is Latinas. You have Black Cubans. You have some dark skinned Caucasians. They like to go get tans and be as chocolate as us. When they say Trump orange, we look. We ain't gonna go there. So you feel me? Like it reflects on different cultures than just ours alone. I think we suffered the most coming up in this society because of the history behind history. And I learned today, just basing in on the topic, chiming in, educating myself a little bit more on different struggles. I learned like back in the day, the reason we feel so belittled as Black people is because the slave masters made the darker skinned slaves go out and did the harder physical labors, and they made the lighter skin. They allowed the lighter skinned ones were typically, they suffered too because they were the abandoned race that were raped and descendants of a different struggle than us, the dark skin. So while we always felt like they had the privilege of being in the house, it was a different struggle speaking for the lighter skinned slaves, because those were the ones that were valued in their image, and they were ones that was raped and so in different instances for sex because of they were admired more of the complexion of their skin. So we suffered on the end where we were sent to do the physical hard labors, but they had to go in and be bashed by the white women. I don't want to go into color, but that's just a part of history, the struggle of the
So you feel like
African-American
the
woman.
ones that was lighter got a better deal.
A privilege, but it was
No,
in
society,
our
I
eyes,
feel like, makes it
made
seem
it
like
that
that.
way. But they had a struggle within their complexion too. But it's the way that history forced it in on us, and we're dealing with the backlash of it. And so that's why, as people, we're trying to build that. We're having this topic today to make awareness of enforcing equalism. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody has a struggle, no matter what color, shade, tone, culture you are. They suffered in some way, shape, or form. So that's why we're reflecting on the topic today. You know what I'm saying?
I have something to say on the topic. I really think it's a generational curse.
Definitely.
All the way back, like you said, from slavery. It started with them. They dividing the men and the women, then dividing the
Yep.
women against amongst each other.
Yep, truly.
And that one way to divide women is by, beauty and color and the definition of what they placed in our heads of what we
Yes.
think beauty is.
Yes.
But like I said, like I always say, all shades of Black are beautiful.
Yeah.
All shades. No shade is prettier, cuter than the other.
And it's about knowing that yourself,
Self-esteem.
Allowing,
It's all about
Exactly.
self-esteem. What you think about yourself is what's beautiful. How you feel about yourself.
And chiming in on a topic that was like a hot thing that went across
Beauty
the
is in the
media.
eye of the beholder.
Right.
That part.
You
And,
are the beholder.
That's right.
Your
Yeah.
beauty. You look in the mirror every day. You see yourself.
and we have
First.
to, I feel like as a community of one, as we build that that unity and reflect that outside on each other, it'll grow and we'll all stand strong, and it'll be it will make a change eventually. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not the first, we won't be the last that struggle with colorism in our generation. And I thought like it was an interesting situation when the media was spazzing out on 50 Cent with the statement he made. How y'all feel about that when 50 Cent bashed Black women? Because I don't feel like he was talking about a complexion. I think he was a prime example of colorism when he felt like he made a statement saying he doesn't like to date Black women. They're angry. He didn't say I don't like red. He don't like chocolate. He said all of us as a whole because of our attitudes. How did that make y'all feel as Black women? 'Cause
Well, my opinion,
put me on my toes a little bit.
my opinion, maybe he ain't having enough experience with women. All women are angry. It don't matter what color you is. You got some. I done dealt with some crazy Spanish women.
Look,
It's
yeah,
just
they
crazy.
are-
Yeah,
they are
And
awesome.
Puerto Ricans
You
are
know,
crazy.
they are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They know how to be. But I feel like, not to cut you off, but I feel like when he spoke on exotic, he said other races are exotic. That's his opinion, and it is truth in his opinion, because just like white men feel like Black women are exotic, and other races, Spanish men feel
Exactly.
like that's a man. That's
I
how
like
men.
that. How you
Men
said
also
that.
divide us. Men
We
also
do it too as women. We be saying
exactly,
we
but
want
we're
us to-
doing it because of the men, and that's what I was going to
Yeah.
say too. In the last topic was a lot of dark skinned women used to say, "Oh, I want to have a mixed baby,
Yep.
or I want to have a baby from a lighter skinned man."
The mixed
Thus,
baby
myself,
fever. We
yes,
all grew up with
exactly.
that fever because of what society put on
Right,
us, made us feel
right.
like the lighter skin tone is beautiful, which we all are beautiful.
Exactly.
So, and for me, I'm a parent, and I got a little bright skin, a little chocolate, and I equally love them. And it teaches you to spread that same love on society. That doesn't matter the complexion of the skin tone. You're gonna love your child whether they come out dark purple, blue, or orange.
I have one each tone.
Yeah.
I was in Walmart one day and a lady was standing behind me and she said, "Oh, I like these two, but I don't like that one." Because
What?
see,
What?
I swear to God.
Oh wow! But you have silly ass.
The
people
lady
that
was
say
standing
some shit.
behind me in the line in Walmart, and my baby, he's the same complexion as me. My middle one is like a red skin, brown skin, and then my oldest one is a little darker. And she said, "I like these two, but I don't like that one."
Did you say why?
Yeah, I said, "What are you talking about?" She said, "I don't like the dark skin. I like light skin." She was a Jamaican lady,
Wow.
and she was dark skinned herself.
That's self-hate.
Right.
It's so prevalent.
And
But
I
what-
felt some type of way about it, but you know,
too.
yeah.
You didn't
you
address
can't
it.
even. You can't even know.
It's
You
hard
can't
to
even
just-
argue with that type of
Exactly.
ignorance.
I knew she was ignorant.
Because
so
it
I
was
just
about
let
her. That had
Right.
nothing to do with your baby. It was all
Right.
about her.
Right.
But I agree what you said. That was a good way to put it because I listened to a few other celebrities' opinion. They really got on to him apart about that statement. They was like, it's not the fact that his preference. It was the fact that he said that we're considered angry. And I think we do have a lot of anger built up in us that's built up over generation of times of feeling, neglected or rejected or feeling like we took the harder string, like we fought for so much rights as women, and especially in a culture of like African Americans and other women. Spanish people had to come over here and fight. Latino women, like Amada, she's a celebrity and she's from a different nationality, and she had to struggle being in a public figure of being a dark-skinned woman.
I actually tried to go back and listen to it. I told myself I wouldn't, but because of the show, I decided to go back and listen to it. But I don't think I really listened to it clearly. But I felt like I heard him say that, first of all, with the exotic, because I love how you explained that exotic thing from a different standpoint.
Yeah, I love that way you put it.
When he said exotic, to him, it was just something outside of his norm.
Something
And he
different.
said that because
Yeah.
it was different, it's exciting and he wanted to experience it. And I feel that. But what, I believe it was Tori Hart or something like that, she explained, like, it's okay to have your preference. You just don't have to bash us
Exactly.
to
Why
have
you
that
doing it?
preference.
And we're gonna welcome
know?
my other guests in, Jamie Milton from the Seafood Trap, late but not least. Look, greatly appreciated for coming in and tuning in with us today. Him and his lovely lady. Hello. And today's topic, for those who just chiming in, is on colorism. Have you ever experienced or witnessed discrimination by your own race? And we just giving our own feedbacks and different things that took place in the public eye, that just how we feel and what we think about it. And we gonna I'm gonna let my special guest, because we're gonna get the entrepreneur entrees in a little bit later in the segment, him introduce himself. Tell him a little bit about yourself, Jamie. Quick little interview. We're gonna get more into detail about
Y'all
the
already
boss
know what my name
interview.
is, Jamie, Seafood Trap.
In the
I do all
building.
the food and all that there,
All that good stuff.
all the good stuff.
And-
Had to switch over to that lane. I like that.
And we was just you walked in and we was just talking about like 50 Cent and his whole statement behind like enjoying exotic women. I think Athena gave a great feedback on him because they bashed him.
Yeah.
And I think you a father and you represent men.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And like, how do you feel? Cause you got a beautiful exotic woman.
I was just about to say.
A beautiful
you
one.
can show it
I
to me.
respect. I always see her supporting you, business lady, woman.
Yeah.
Y'all a team. I love that
Yeah.
shit. And you're a father. You have a black daughter. How do you feel about him saying like we're angry? Because I feel like it has nothing to do with his preference, but he chose to make that towards us as black women.
Yeah, I seen that.
You
See,
like
look, everybody got their own thing. You feel me? Everybody got their own thing. So
Yeah.
to each his own. See, I don't judge nobody by what they like or anything like that. There, but I don't feel like black women mad at no black man.
you don't think we be mad?
for the reasons like those kind of reasons right there. They mad at them for different reasons. Niggas ain't shit.
They had talked about what's the guy who played golf.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. It was like, how you gonna say black women want to get angry? Because Tiger Woods' wife was another culture, and she told
She was
us,
Asian.
She went
Yeah.
ham on
She
them.
don't play.
So
She
it's,
don't
you
play.
feel me that
If
part.
it-
So
I
that's
was just about to
the
say, it don't
matter what race, any woman you take them there, we gonna light you up, right?
Well,
Treat
like
them
I
good,
was
you
saying
treat them
before-
good, they gonna treat you good. They gonna be
That
there for
part,
you.
and they'll be
That's regardless.
submissive if you submit to them too. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
I tried to go back and listen to it, and I felt like he said that in that instant he was calling black women angry because when he was speaking on what his preference was,
I think
they
he might
got
have
mad.
Whoa,
He
that's
said he
probably
got mad in that moment and was like, "You're angry. Like here goes another angry black woman." Like he said he wasn't saying like, "Oh, all black women are angry, so that's just why I don't like them." But that's just my interpretation of what he said when I went back and listened to it. He was just like, "This person, a black woman, just got angry at me just now." So I'm like, "Here she go.
Yeah.
She angry."
And
Yeah,
then
you're a superstar.
another a situation that was in the public eye with Spice, because I was taking her for a lunatic for a second when she was trying to do that whole stunt. I felt it at the end, but then I'm like,
She's
wait a minute,
gorgeous.
sis, you're doing too much. Like, do you feel like that was more of a self insecurity that she needed validation on?
I think that was something she was fighting within herself.
Yeah,
That was an
definitely.
island thing. I could definitely,
Definitely.
say that
I
is
forgot
an
about that
island
part.
thing.
Yep.
She's from the
So it
island.
was real? Like she really did it? I thought it was just a
No.
picture.
She
she
was
was
planning
thinking
on
about
doing
it.
it, but she just did a temporary to show how people would react to her
Her
changing her
changing.
skin color.
Because
thought
that
that it was
is
stunt.
praised in the islands, the Caribbeans, to dye your skin.
Yes.
And then, you know, I feel like we don't have to feel small as chocolate or people, because there's people, Caucasian people that get tans. They like to go get tans, you know. So,
wanna be
so I feel like it's all about your own self, how you feel about you, and not allowing, like, the pressures of society, the history of what we've grown to become better as people, to keep pressing you as a person and making that a issue, making those boundaries that you feel like you can't succeed over. I hate people make that an excuse or feel like that's one of the things that's holding them back, because if you have faith, you know you can succeed past all things, and society can't hold you back from getting to that climax, no matter how much diversity or oppression is in. Y'all jump in there, talk to me.
Definitely. I agree.
And I feel like they had bashed Kodak. You know, when he said he don't want to date women, with him being as black as he is, they say he don't want to date no black women because he don't want them to come out. One person said because he said they gutter. On one YouTube channel, it was like they said he don't want to date us because we gutter, and another one he was saying he didn't want them to come out as black as him, which, you know, that's unfortunate that he struggles with that self-esteem issue, being as successful as he is. So it all goes back to
But he's also
self-insecurity.
Haitian. So
Yeah.
that plays a part in
That
their
play a
men
part
too.
in that.
Haitian
They-
men like
Like women, they like
Yeah,
Caucasian women and plus size women. Yup.
Exactly.
Yep.
So it's all about the culture too.
Yep.
Like black people have their culture and their stigmas, and other race and other,
Truly.
island people. Everybody else have their own too. So-
I
Exactly.
just like beautiful women. Period.
Exactly.
That look.
Period.
I'm with you on that,
I
bro.
like all kind of men, so it's like at the end
Yeah.
of the day, I don't have no stigma on what color. It's like you
I
can
don't care
rock
what
with my
color you
vibe.
is.
I'm a rock with you. You
Right.
feel me? It's about loyalty and
The women used to be like that too now, because I'm gonna tell you, I used to love me some chocolate men like
yeah.
that.
I used to-
and they used to
we
say
all
opposites
bash
attract.
man, but women did it too.
They bash light skinned men too, and the vice
Yeah.
versa. And
Yeah.
I used to be like, oh, I can't date a light skinned man the same color as me. I always used to be like,
That's how
that,
you
like,
feel. Look,
You can't be prettier than me.
that's how
I
they.
used to
That's
be.
how they.
It,
treat
the
white
light-skinned
folks.
boys is pretty boys.
Like this.
It was the pretty boys.
The
Chocolate
roughnecks,
boys.
Like,
Like, that's what I used to like. So
That's how I feel too. I ain't got nothing against the light
so it
skinned
go
niggas.
both ways. Like women could do it, but men can't do
Look,
it.
I had my share of light skinned niggas. They ain't got nothing against them, but
Exactly.
They different.
yeah.
They
We
different.
ain't got no light skinned niggas in the room. Look, you know.
So what the professor at?
Look, he tuning in, gentlemen.
It really be social media though with the posts. Like they getting on my nerves with this
They
post
take everything
about light skinned girls deserve lobster and
What?
Never
Girl,
seen
think
that.
about that
I ain't
stuff.
see that.
What?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
can look it up
funny.
right now.
What?
No, it's not
Yeah.
funny because
But they shout out though.
they do it both ways. The men do it all the time. They make a post and say, "Oh, light skinned girls deserve lobster tails and steak, and dark skinned girls
Yeah.
pizza rolls." And
Just-
then they do it
Wow.
vice versa. But if you look in the comments, I always look at the comments. It's 100 messages about light skinned girls. They ugly. They look like
They'll
this.
talk
But
shit.
you will never see a comment in there about the light skinned girl, this and the dark skinned girl. In those comments, you'll never find it.
Yeah,
You'll
but
only
it'll
find
be-
them defending themselves like, oh, why you said that or
That's
why you
real.
feel like that. But in them comments, it's okay for dark skinned girls to be like,
And that's a
oh,
struggle
they pissy, they ugly, they dirty. Like, it's in
And
there.
that's
I'm like,
colorism
wow.
amongst our own race.
Men turning
Yes.
us against each other, but then they'll
That's
hop
exactly
over
what
to
just
the other
happened.
That's
race.
real.
Yeah.
That's real. I'm glad you said that.
It was
That's
like
real.
something they just got pitted into doing. I remember
Yeah.
watching, like I was telling you earlier, this clip with, it was like this news anchor was talking about these two Jamaican girls. They're twins, and one was born light skin, the other one was born darker skin, and the lady was just like, she was explaining like, oh, the other one took after her dad, she has curly hair, she has darker skin, and she was like, oh, but the lighter, so she inherited her mom's beautiful, good on her, you know. And then when I saw it, I immediately went in on the redhead girl. I'm like, she don't look better than a dark skinned girl, and I had to delete it. I'm like, this thing just got me hyped to just talk about this girl, and this girl did nothing. They're both beautiful, but it just got you all hyped.
That's
So
what
something like that
society
can
will do.
just like,
Slave mentality.
it'll just
Yeah.
will you into some negativity that you don't even really feel like that.
Yeah, that's real. And I seen that happen to, as beautiful as Lil Wayne's daughter is. They said she got bashed in the picture she put up with a few of her bright skinned friends, and they all were pretty. And they say a lot of girls came under the post and said, not her. They ugly. Why she in the picture? They would have had another.
That girl is
And I
gorgeous.
was like, she's pretty. All of the girls were beautiful, but I couldn't believe like. People feel that way and they're bold enough to go and express their opinion and spread hatred for no reason. And I was unfortunate. I seen that take place. And she's a celebrity, so it's a struggle within their level of success too. Just because they got to the next level in life, they struggle with it too. Like Beyonce's dad talked about that. They bashed him, I think, a little bit, but then when I listened to his interview, he wasn't like dissing black women. He was saying like her career, he knew her career would take off, her and Solange's, because they were brighter skinned, because that's what
He did say that.
but he didn't say it in a disrespectful way. He said it the way that society has put it, how, brighter skinned women is privileged based back on slavery days when they felt like they had the easier jobs versus the hard, like they were treated more.
Started all the separation.
Yeah, they implanted that separation on us. Some of us accept it and they walk with their head, they tail between their ass, and some of us embrace and love everybody for who they are, But that was something he spoke on, but they thought he was speaking against black people. But when I listened, he was just saying no. When as a businessman, a black businessman, he knew what was marketing and what was selling. And I thought of that on the way here, and I look at my boxes that I designed. I showed a person of leadership my boxes, and they were like, where are the black people? But I had gave the black people the centerfold because that's my culture, and I did want to publicize them in that way. But I did go with the different diversities, and it wasn't about the color of their skin. It was the different looks and the models and the styles, and there were more better other cultures pictures up the market with than it were black people, so I went with what I can work with to market my brand. But so I noticed in the media's eye, they do market not just in the black culture but in other races, the lighter skin tone.
I think that's sad.
And we do struggle with that, but we go with what's going to be more commercial, what's going to make them more money, who gets those high
But they're
nominees
starting
and
to- what I
awards,
do like about it is
so
they're
we
starting
all
to-
struggle with it. That's something I did, and it kind of made somebody black make me feel like I was disgracing against my own culture, but I was doing what was good for marketing and retail because it's about the dollar. So I felt what Beyonce dad said, he knew how to market them. They were going to be his hot tickets, and it's not that other black women could succeed. His statement to that was make sure you give it your all and don't let nothing stop you. Have a hot record, have a hot thing, and don't, let that be an excuse why you can't make it to the top because you can't succeed. He's a black man himself. So he did, give a better expression towards what the media kind of twisted out to be.
I thank God that that's becoming a old law. That was something that was early 2000s because now the music industry and the media is starting to give dark-skinned women and plus-size
Well, I
women
was just gonna say,
more
plus-size women
exposure
struggle with
now. You know what I'm saying? But it shouldn't have took that long for the media to acknowledge that black is beautiful.
And when I think of plus size women, the insecurities they struggle with the media for years, it almost was kind of like a self-imposed hatred on them because it's all about knowing that you're beautiful and what you bring to the table. Because when you think about modeling and learning the industry, it was never about being too big to be publicized. It was about material, and the cheapest ways to get your idea out there, we're using less, finances to make that prototype. And so I feel like that got lost along the way of the industry, and thought that they were just trying to make it about slim women, until it took people to take that risk and challenge the industry on the like the fashion show industry with plus size figures, because it's a risk making those merchandises for bigger people, and it doesn't
now
sell.
those
So
plus size women are bringing in lucrative money. They bringing in money. You got to remember when, I don't know if y'all remember when they shut the Victoria's Secret the runway thing down.
the big girls.
Yeah, they shut it because for years it's always been about those size 1, size 2, and they shut that down. They shut it down until they had to start adding plus size women to their portfolio. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to the music industry, it's sad that you have beautiful dark skinned artists that should have more exposure than they actually do, but because you wasn't light skinned.
But I think we can wean that out with Love and Hip Hop taking over the media. Those are dark people. You know what I'm saying? We say that, but then the opportunities are arousing for us. So I think we breaking those chains with this new generation, because I'm seeing more people get publicized from our
That's
dark
why I said thank God that was an old law.
Definitely that part. Yeah.
We are seeing some changes, but we still got a long way to go.
I remember growing up like trying to do the whole music and modeling thing, and working with an agent who was himself from the islands. He was black, and him always being like, well, they rotate the dark-skinned girls, so you're going to have to be willing to do something extra in order to get into that rotation. I remember being young and being told that and be like, damn, the price is way too high to do this, and I stopped for a long time, So, like, I feel like it was really hard, and it was really prevalent, like, a long time ago. Now I'm back in doing my music and doing the modeling thing again, and I don't feel like it's 100% eradicated, like it's still an issue. But I don't feel like it's as bad as it was then, so it's still a struggle that I feel like needs to bring light to it.
That music world, boy, that's crazy.
Yeah, I forgot you to do your music.
Crazy. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. It's crazy for real. You can be the rawest nigga out, right? And you just don't got the image. Like, you don't dress like these niggas dress or something. You just don't.
They want to change you and make you out to be something.
Doing that, instead of even coming at you like that, like, switch it up, spice it up a little bit, homie. They ain't gonna do that. They gonna take your flavor
Put it on someone
and put it out themselves.
That's
like,
real,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's how a lot of them niggas on the top keeping themselves up and not even helping. You know what I'm saying? They'll look at this person right here, right? These niggas be groupies too. They be like,
yeah.
I don't got nothing against gay people. I'm just saying, like, they be like that. So then they'll look at this nigga, fall in love with this nigga flavor. If he already got the flavor, then they'll put you on. See what I'm trying to say? You can be whack as hell, man.
And long as you with that swag and you willing to imitate what they want to see.
You a nigga that know how to write a raw
Pretty
song.
much they ain't with the authentic. They ain't representing authentic niggas no more.
But in
They
so
putting
many
on too many
ways-
green shit.
In so many ways, what they do is they mimic all the real niggas.
Boom.
Look,
That's what they do. They just mimic the real niggas and
They give him the real
send the cartoon niggas.
They give a little cartoon nigga and give him the real nigga life.
yeah,
No, that's
it.
real.
Stick him in the hood with a
Yeah.
whole bunch of real niggas and now he can
Yeah.
vibe. And
Oh Lord.
that's what
That's real.
for real. Some of these niggas coming from like a lot of money.
And that pretty much would get their foot in the door. They not really scouting real talent. It's if you know who you know, it's who you know now. Sometimes it ain't what you know, it's who you know. And that should be applied in some cases, but right now, that's what the media is doing. A lot of people are having identity crisis. And you feel me? They don't really know themselves. They're trying to mimic the next person. And if they got enough money to mimic your swag and perpetrate you, they enough. Imposters. Yep.
I definitely
Right.
have to like give credit to like our people right now, especially like how we're uplifting each other, how black women are wearing their natural hair and encouraging the younger generation not to perm anymore and to go natural, and celebrating all different colors. Because it's not just all bashing. Like, it's gotten a lot better. There's a lot of encouraging. So I definitely want to celebrate the fact that we are making strides in the black
Yeah,
community.
because I hate when they think we wearing our hair straight because we want to look a certain way. I like it straight out nappy. You don't know. One day I like the silky look. Other days I like the kinky look. I don't think like it
For
says
sure.
anything about discriminating against liking my own natural hair. But it's just like being diverse, feeling their flavor a little
Yeah,
bit.
you can change it up and be so many different people.
Right.
Like, hey.
The day, yeah, I was just saying that I want to be Becky. Next day I might want to be Vivica. It's my Vivica today. Right. Keep your nigga interested. Look.
Right, and these are like protective hairstyles. It's not about trying to be somebody else. It's just like it's
Trying
convenient,
something
you
new.
know, you trying something new or whatever, or you're just protecting your hair. I went completely bald and a couple years ago, so I got hair now under here, okay? But no more perms, and my hair is nice and full
Yeah.
and curly and healthy now. So I rock the wigs to, you know, what did I do?
Can I get some juice off the charger?
So we gonna.
Not bad.
So I definitely think colorism can reflect in different ways. I think that was an interesting topic to chime in on. We're going to jump into my segment, Entrepreneur Entrees. We got our special guests that been chiming in with us the whole time, but they really a hot feature today because y'all know y'all rocking with your girl, Liddy Lisa, and I'm finna liven it up a little bit. We was a little serious, but we finna loosen it up. Y'all got your glass of wine? Anybody want something to drink? You Gucci? You good? But this part of the show is my own segment called Entrepreneur Entrees, where I'm bringing young bosses to the table. Mine means hot lists, and let them know how they eating and what they eating on. Pretty much tell us about their business, how they got going, what inspired them, any type of obstacles and things they faces along their journey to get to where they going to their level of success. And I'm gonna let Athena go ahead and introduce. We're gonna start with the leading lady. Ladies first. I don't think the gentleman on the side mind. Come on, talk to us, Athena. Tell us about your whole business. You a boss lady. You self-made.
Right. Owner of Reaching Credit Goals. I do income tax. I do credit repair, notary. Soon to be, I'll be a realtor soon.
Okay.
Thank you. So, yeah, I'm from Richmond Heights. You know, I do everything I do. From
Harlem, we in the
Richmond Heights
building.
and Prime. I'm
Represent both. Optimist look.
Right. So basically, you know, I started doing credit repair because everything I do, they didn't teach us in school.
That
I went to
part.
business school. You know, I learned how to do income tax and everything, business administration. And then I went from there, you know, working on my own credit, seeing like why we don't have the things that other races have, why we don't own properties, why we don't,
That part.
you know, everything.
Why is it a struggle for us, pretty
Exactly.
much?
Right. Because they don't teach this in
They
school.
don't know, and
So-
that's all it is. They
Right.
don't know.
We got to start breaking generational curses. My sons, I have 3 boys. They, by the time they're 18, they'll all have good credit. They'll
That
all
part.
have properties.
That
Because my
part.
goal right now is to get 4 properties, one for each one.
I
each
know
one of my
that's
kids
right.
And one for me.
And that's the best investment, when, even in business, is real
Right.
estate. Key
Right.
thing. That's what a money
So
is.
last year I did purchase my home, my first home. I'm working on my second one now.
Okay.
And my
Trying to
goal,
get like you.
You gonna get there.
That.
Right. My goal and what I always do on social media is to let everybody know to buy a home. They sitting back, the government giving us benefits, they giving us HUD, they giving us Section 8, they giving
Don't
us
get comfortable.
unemployment, all this stuff. Do not get comfortable because everything you spending, like some people spend just as amount, the same deposit that you would pay for a house, you paying to move into a Section 8 house.
Mm-hmm.
The deposit is the same. So while they giving you a Section 8 voucher, you could be owning a home.
Rent,
You could be a
their
homeowner.
own. Yeah, all that. Yep.
So I try to spread the knowledge.
What they charging for rent? You could be paying mortgage.
Right?
That
because
part.
it's based on their income.
Yeah.
And the
that.
same thing, both
You
is based
still-
on your
yeah.
income. But what the problem is, people don't know this. So what I do is any knowledge that come across me, I go straight to social media because that's how I reach my people, through
That part.
social media. I get on social media, I spread everything. Any knowledge, if you follow me on social media, I spread it.
What can they follow you at? Tell them your
At
media
Reaching Credit
pages.
Goals on Facebook, Athena RCG on Facebook, Reaching Credit Goals on Instagram. Any knowledge I come across, I spread to my people.
And when did you start your company? When did you actually get going into the field of doing credit repair?
I started in 2018. I started working on my own credit, and then I started advertising my changes. I started putting it on Facebook. Everybody was asking, "Oh, when can you fix my credit?" And then I started with my peoples, my family, my boyfriend, got them up. Then I started
Built
with
up your credibility pretty much.
I started with a few clients, and now I'm almost at 1,000 clients.
That part. That's what's
Celebrities.
up.
That's
included.
man. Can
That.
we get the applause
Three?
on that?
Three of my
Yeah,
clients
where's
in
the
the room
applause
right
button?
now.
Yeah, what the applause button?
Like, y'all didn't hear that part.
What applause button at on there?
3 of my clients in the room right now. Right. I got 3 clients in the room right now. But my goal is to put us on, put all the black people on, put down south on. I want us to be homeowners. I want everybody to have good credit. I want y'all to
educate
your goals.
because I feel like in the urban community, that's why I'm glad you came here as a guest speaker to talk about credit, because we don't know that growing up in the urban society. Less fortunate. Our credit get ruined before we get old enough to know about it.
They don't want us to know.
It's good to see that you educating our side of town, because when I came up, I didn't know that how important it was until I realized it was messed up already. So, and I'm glad, you get me on track.
Credit is power. Good credit is power. It's the same thing.
Could you briefly just say how simple the process would be, I guess, initially? Because I know even for myself, most people are like, I don't want to go through this project. I'm going to have to do all this paperwork and do all these things.
No paperwork.
Like, nothing.
It's no paperwork. It's very easy. I do everything. But what I really want people to know is credit is so easy. Your credit is based off your open accounts, your positive accounts. What you have, it's just a screenshot. If you're asking somebody for a loan, they basically looking at a screenshot of your last 7 years of your life. Do you pay back? Can I loan you this money? Will you pay it back? Are you late with payments? Are you on time with payments? Do you owe anybody? That's all credit is.
And I feel like what people need to understand when they hire a credit repair person, it's kind of a equal thing. They're doing all the difficult part for you, but you have to do your part as the other person, especially when you damaged it a little bit. You're gonna have to comply with the things she tell you, because in the beginning I think, okay, do it all, and then when I got emails I was ignoring them until it's time to get a house.
You didn't mess it up overnight.
Yeah,
it took 7 years
you gotta
for you to
build.
get this credit score, so I'm not finna fix it overnight. And then I do my part, and then I need you to do your part. I tell you exactly what to do.
And what kind of advice would you give somebody that doesn't know where to start with finding about the credit, or just trusting you to help them get going? You know,
check your credit reports. Check them constantly.
What apps and stuff?
They have Credit Karma. It's free. They have Experian.com. It's free. You can get your credit reports from directly from the credit bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. You can see your credit score every day. You can check it every day if you want.
And do you have any starting rates you can throw out there that possibly are varies?
I have the cheapest rates in the game. $150 deposit, $50 a month. I'm gonna get you right based on your credit. If you need credit building, the only thing I need you to do is get a secured card. I need everybody that has no credit to get them a secured card.
I just got mine.
That would take your score all the way up alone without me doing anything. That would take I put this on social media all the time. It's so simple.
Truly.
So
I see what they going to report. Yeah, I see what they do. I know this. I ain't gonna put mine out there, but I see what's happening. She the woman.
You can get credit for your bills. You can get credit for your rent. You can get credit for everything.
Yeah, with those apps,
right?
It starts building up your credit based on your personal spendings and things important around the house that you're paying for.
So give or take, I mean, if you ain't got no credit or bad credit, I hire you a year.
A year?
Not a year, no.
Nah. The most is 6 months. But if you have no credit, it should be 30 days. If I give you a list of things to do and you do it, by the first, your credit score will be up.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only reason why it lag is because people don't do what they supposed to do.
Yeah.
It'll be up, but if I'm shooting for like, okay, I'm trying to hit them 800.
You can get whatever you want. You got to add trade lines. Trade lines is what boosts your score. The problem is people don't want to spend money.
Yeah.
Why I'm charging.
But you're exhausted on shit you want.
The reason why I charge so less is so you will be able to add those trade lines. What other companies do is charge you the most money and then they add them for you.
One of our viewers was saying, like, what do you
to add them.
Sorry to cut you off. She was like, what about when you applying for cars and it lowers your credit score? Like,
it's a hard inquiry. Anytime somebody check your credit report, you're gonna get a hard inquiry. In that last 2 years, then it fall off.
Okay.
And the thing is, you should only have two hard inquiries within 12 months.
But isn't it like 2 points off? Like sometimes 2 to 3 points knocked off.
10,
it could be very
sometimes
little.
It's 10, 15. It depends on how many times that
it's
car
not-
not run your credit.
It's not good to just go ham and apply for all these
No,
cars.
what you need to do is go in and know your credit score when you walk in, so you can let them know, I already know my credit score. I need you to check it one time. What they'll do is run it 15 times until they find a bank that'll accept you with a high interest rate.
Yeah,
so then when
okay.
you look at your credit score, you got 15 hard inquiries from all these different banks.
Yeah, and
from
because you
applying
didn't
for
have
one
no
car.
knowledge on what your score was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I
And
always
your credit
tell
steady
people-
dropping. Every time they run it, it drops.
So
know
that's
your credit
that's a
score
gem.
before you walk in any car lot. Know
key
your credit
thing.
score.
And I thank you for that informative information. I think everybody need to know that, apply that in life. That you can't go on without it. You know what I'm saying? And so when if y'all interested in getting y'all credit repaired or knowing any other information about building your credit, make sure y'all reach out to Athena. We thank her so much for coming through
Credit
and
Goals.
chiming in with us. Go ahead and shout out your IG again one more time for me, Athena.
At Reaching Credit Goals, reachingcreditgoals.com, Reaching Credit Goals on Facebook, Athena RCG, Reaching Credit Goals.
Definitely. And y'all entrepreneurs and
part.
business owners, y'all need to make sure y'all own that, because to get all that money that's flying out here with the government,
Right.
you got to stay linked to
Get
your
all
credit,
those small
your credit
business
repair
grants.
people. Yeah, that part.
Thanks to my
Definitely.
girl. Oh, but now
Baby,
I want
keep
to say
me paid.
one. I want to
Look.
say one important thing. Get these kids ahead of the game. Make them
Yeah.
authorized users on y'all cars, so they already have credit.
Real.
Put them kids ahead of the game. That's all.
How you know about that? They over there spoiled ass.
My credit, my mama started with me early. Yeah.
and
See, I've been good from day one.
Right. That's
Yeah.
and that's perfect.
Tyler, I don't know if I got. I'm finna pull out one of my old girl cards.
Yeah,
she got with my name on
She
it.
be like, "Don't you use this card unless it's an emergency."
Look, and they don't know
Yeah.
that. Me, I spent my credit cards out, and I had to learn the hard way. Yes, I was
You
one
have
of
to,
those.
you got to thank
I maxed
mothers
out.
for mothers like that. 'Cause, I didn't even know when Christmas time came. She was like, "Pick one of them cards and get $150."
what it was.
I didn't even know I had a Best Buy and TJ Maxx.
If y'all have any questions or y'all want to chime in from earlier discussion, feel free to call in. We'll be taking calls for the next 15 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce my other hot feature, Mr. Jamie Milton, holding it down over there in the hot seat from the Seafood Trap. Tell
What's
him
up, y'all?
a little bit more about yourself, Jamie.
Oh, well, shit, the Seafood Trap, that's my business. I just started my daughter a business, too.
That's what's
Asia's
up.
Creations. She do graphics and all that.
Say that again for
Asia's Creations.
Asia's Creation. Does she have a social media page?
And I made it.
You made it,
Yeah,
so you're going to get it up
she
and running
13
soon.
years old,
So they
I
can
don't
find
want
her through you, pretty much, if
Yeah,
they're
I don't want her
interested.
interacting with nobody.
Okay, what type of product she's selling? Because I'm all about
She
building
make
up our
graphics
youth.
and everything, logos, banners, everything like that. Anything like that. Mixtape cut, nigga got an album coming out.
Yeah,
Holla
I
at the
seen that
boy.
she's doing logos and stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's hot. That's what's up.
That's
And-
what I definitely gonna
making
support
shirts
that.
and all that soon.
Okay.
Everything like that.
Print
She
company.
Been busy though. So we ain't even get a chance to sit down and talk about more plans or whatever because it just started. And she
Oh, when she get going, we're gonna have to come and put her on the high speed and shine light on her business.
Damn right.
That's what's up. We support
wanna-
the
I
youth.
wanna
They our
be-
future.
18, 16, 17 them years right there. I'm ready to have her.
And so I know you used to do music. How did you transition into food? Like what
I always
inspired
was
you,
cooking-
got you
I always was
going?
cooking for me and my brother, my girl.
And your mom is a awesome chef. I be seeing her working her
My uncle
magic.
was chef. My grandma, R.I.P. She was a chef. She taught them the game. I got cousins that's real big chefs too. My whole family, basically, I got more than like 8, 9 people. That's
So it's pretty much
real
inherited.
certified Chefs, this is really what they do for real. You
That's
feel me?
what's
So it
up.
motivated me to see. Shit, I gotta be on the corner, do all this. I gotta go to the job too.
Now
to
put
get
that
this little bit of
energy
money.
somewhere else. Yeah.
Man, them people work when they feel like working. They got their hours that I'm talking about. They got their menus set. They got their clientele. They set that they get all that money. They be good. You feel me? Take care of everybody around them and everything off of a talent that they got.
I got to tell you,
That's
man.
Smart.
You
And
feel what I'm
everybody
saying?
can't be a boss. Some of them gotta be a workers, but
Everybody
you gotta
cannot be a
find
boss,
that
have a
that
real
area
mind.
you good at and know to play your position
Exactly.
well.
Exactly.
You feel me?
I got to tell you, I love that name, Seafood Trap.
Look right.
Like, hey, light skinned niggas don't run off with that now.
Look,
I love that
it
name, man.
represents the journey in the
whole
dream.
Yeah,
the
for
journey
sure,
and the dream.
for sure.
That
They
part.
represent a lot of people, you know, when they see, just look at it. Just look at you, right?
You come
And
from the
see
struggle,
me.
you
Where you set up at? I got to check you out.
You ain't never heard
Around
about
right
it.
there, 17640
Yes.
Southwest Homestead Avenue.
And the presentation is lovely. It looks as good as it tastes.
And you 7 days a week or
Every single day.
You every
single
day?
day?
If I'm closed, it's because I'm catering an event or a party or something.
what
So
time
you-
shop open?
2 o'clock.
2 to 8, 2 to 10.
2 o'clock to 10 on weekdays.
Okay.
2 o'clock to 12. 1
Cash
to
app,
2,
all that.
3,
On hot days, you stay open a little longer.
Yeah, some
on
nights they have me out there 3, 4 in the morning still.
Okay, so I don't never think it's too late. Y'all fall
no,
through the
it ain't never
seafood
too
trap.
late.
They
It
jumping.
ain't
What's the
never
little things that's jumping on your menu? One of your hot things.
I don't know. She take the order. What be?
Look. Look.
I really can't tell you the main thing I make though. Everything always got some lobster. Everybody always wants some lobster.
The
In the middle of
lobster.
the
I'm a
month,
lobster
nobody-
head.
That rice is good. The salad be hot. Look, we telling you, we some supporters. We know it's on the menu.
Damn right, I love it.
That-
See, it's always like something with lobster or seafood.
So you
Seafood
primarily
was real
just do
big 'cause
seafood.
Don't nobody doing them. So of course that's like one of the main things.
You got any scallops on the menu?
I used to. I took them off because they don't ask for them. People
Okay.
don't appreciate all seafood
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
They
You
just
would
they,
have
they,
it
they
for
know
only
shrimp,
those
lobster, and
lobsters.
crabs though.
And
What?
They know that.
Why?
Yeah.
The only thing they know, especially when they get some money, if I need that lobster special.
Yeah.
I
got some
want
money.
me, my mama.
So as you say, you learned cooking and you inherited along from different family members and growing up. What motivated you to get your own, like, not necessarily motivated you, what transition did you take into opening your own business? Like, was it hard? Was it easy?
No, it wasn't hard
Like,
for me
are you
because
knew
I
what
was
you want to
always
do?
gifted with that.
Like, you had your plan written out. Was it a vision or just something that overnight you like, I'm finna do this and I'm gonna take it to the next level?
Yeah, my mama told me to get a barbecue grill and steal some barbecue. Everybody always come around me and shit for food, you know. I
That's
was just in the streets, so it wasn't it was a drought time. It was ugly for like 3-4 months. I ran out of money. I'm sitting around trying to hold on to these little $500 boy. Ooh, please.
and
Lord,
you
I
found
can't
a way to
spend.
flip it and
And she was just
multiply.
like, get you a barbecue grill, nigga. Go sell some food on the block right now. You straight. I was like, you know what? Shit.
Little barbecue basic, you wanted to do the
So I
seafood.
wanted
That's where the
to-
money at though.
Yeah.
Look,
This was
that's
see,
where the
when I
money
first
at.
started shopping-
It's bigger money, but you got to crawl before you walk. So you saying you started off with the
We were
barbecue?
getting barbecue foods and shit. But then I was dealing with a person at that time, and then she wanted me to ride with her to a warehouse. I went with her, and then I seen all kind of shit, and I still had that same $500 too. You know what I'm saying? But it was at my house. I've been with her. You feel me? So I made her give me some money. I told her I'd just give it back to her. You feel me?
Look,
That same
investment.
day right there, look, she left and went to work. That same day right there, I gave her double the money. You feel what I'm saying?
That
I
part.
made-
Stepped out on
shit,
faith.
I made way too much just because I kept posting it. It looked good, so everybody just came.
I done been at it
And
though
from that
before.
same
That's how it
day-
be.
from that one day right there, I kept selling out every single day until I got up to 50 pounds and 60 pounds of shrimp.
Yeah, it's definitely a risk when you do seafood. You got to know you got them that orders coming in like before you take a risk on that type of food. So that's what's up. I see you. You doing your thing. I'm definitely a supporter. The food is delicious. I come through when I'm on this entertainment being hosted. You need to extend the business down there, take over the south end because they ain't got the good cooking over there.
Move, but I want to have another one too though.
Extend, I'm telling you.
They
They don't have no good food. We got to ride the Perrine. Yeah, we gotta travel up.
A lot of money down there in Homestead, Florida City area.
Oh, okay.
There's no like building.
No base point.
Just
Yeah.
like a raw ass.
That
raw ass meat
look,
food,
that go your plan. You need
bad
to.
food, you know what I'm saying? So
There ain't nowhere to go. Period. I mean, there's no soul food spots. I mean,
It's nothing.
Yeah.
somebody that's
They definitely building up the commercial in the area down there in the Homestead, Chrome Avenue, but they ain't building
got-
up
it-
in our communities where we can have better, hot foods.
real food service.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you guys have been open through the whole Corona, all this.
Oh, yeah,
you guys have been.
Money I made.
Isn't
that part
amazing?
because small business is eating right now.
Because a lot of people will feel like, oh, you're not in an actual restaurant, but can you imagine all these places getting shut down, and here you got somebody.
Dining.
Right.
You really gotta pay attention
That
to
part,
everything.
yeah.
See, I stayed open. Everybody was closed.
'Cause you don't have to
They
dine
didn't
in,
read,
yeah.
You know, a lot of motherfuckers kind of retarded, you know, a little bit. So they
Special.
wasn't reading these notices and all the shit that was
The
coming out.
criteria
They
to
was
keep
just listening to
open.
the people that was like saying.
Yeah,
So I would be like, you know, I'm gonna read. I'm a bookhead. You feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I read. I paused that shit. If there's a whole bunch of words on there, I pause. I don't want to hear the person talking. Let me go ahead on and read through this motherfucker and pay attention and get my interpretation of everything getting said right here. You feel me? So I understood everything.
That
I understood
part.
all the guidelines and everything. I understood I couldn't get pulled over leaving this motherfucker neither.
look.
how long the seafood trap been open?
Yeah, like 5-6 months.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
I
That's
took
what's
my
up.
first off day at like a year.
Wow.
No, I took my first off day at like 8 months.
Look,
So it's-
hard
it's
worker.
just-
Carried away and I took like 2
Work
months.
hard.
It's
Look.
just so this your first off day.
Nah.
So you got somebody when
After
you
8 months,
Yeah.
building, that was my first off day I took.
okay. So you got somebody there when you ain't there dropping the lobster. Somebody else there dropping the lobster.
Yeah.
So shop closed right now.
Shop is closed.
Look, he
I'm
came
trying to
through.
find out just employees.
We appreciate
Cause
that.
I want Trap Boy to cook my food. I don't know who you with.
I had it to where one of my cousins and shit was working with me. And,
But you gotta make
you started to get
everything on
overwhelmed
point.
and everything, because then you got them ladies that like to come and then
Distractions.
4, 5 of them in the car, all of them fine. And now they got all this money, they putting up all these big orders, and you so worried about it. You know what I'm saying? Damn,
Right.
fucked up.
But when you smile, when
You know what
you
I'm saying?
when you building up, you gotta be the captain of your own ship and make sure everything being structured and ran right. Cause I hate a boss that think they on the next level too soon and abandon their business, and it's all the money ain't adding up. So we definitely appreciate you coming out today and taking the time away from your schedule, cause I know it's money out there. I know you eating, and we look.
Not on purpose, but
Look.
she called and
you let her get our tastes. Look, we appreciate you, Jamie, for. We thank y'all for coming through and letting us know how y'all eating it and what y'all eating on. Y'all make sure y'all go through the seafood trap over there on Homestead Avenue and check your boy Jamie out.
786-599-5221. 786. I got a sound
Look.
operator. 599-5221.
For them pre-orders.
Put them
Look.
orders in.
It's Jamie Banger Milton.
Yeah.
Jamie Banger Milton.
Y'all go check your boy
My
out.
Instagram is IM_Banger.
That.
For
Look.
my, cause I am from Homestead. I drive from Ride. I be home.
Facebook. I made her a Facebook for my daughter's business.
Okay, shout
The name
that
of
out.
it is Asia's Creations MIA.
Y'all make sure y'all support the youth. They are our future. They we building up young bosses and little business owners. They ain't gotta be workers. Some of them set out to be leaders and corporate runners. To run a corporation. That's corporate America we building up. All that good stuff. Look, but y'all thank y'all. We appreciate y'all for coming out and rocking with the livest podcast down south. It's your girl Liddy Lisa. And I'm rocking with your girl.
Nikki White.
I don't know who she is. I don't know if she Nikki Love. Now she Nikki White, but we know she in the building and she rocking with us tonight. Look, so tell her.
No, that's me on Facebook. Is Nikki White.
Oh, Nikki White, that's your okay.
That's
Because
my Facebook.
thought that was one of your alter egos, which is it?
No,
Look.
my name is Nikita Love on Nikki White on Facebook. Nikki_Miami_ on IG, y'all.
Okay, we got that. Where they can find you at, Queen Kai? Your girl, Queen Kai.
Y'all already know where y'all can
Rocking
find
with
me
you.
at, man. At the Seafood Trap. Posted up. Excellent in the building, Queen Kai. Facebook, Kai Love on Facebook. Instagram, Kai Love Food Society on IG, and Food on Facebook. Y'all support that.
And y'all already know it's your girl Liddy Lisa. Y'all can follow me on IG. Look, IG. It's time to get out of here, y'all. Look, IG at Liddy_Lisa, Facebook at Salita Saran, and it's a wrap, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe. At the end of the show, go ahead and share that thing. Tune in next week every Tuesdays from 5 to 5:30 to 7:30. Look, we be late, so I had to think about it, though. But y'all keep it locked right here. We just getting going, but we finna wrap it up for the night. We'll be in with y'all next Tuesday. It's your girl, Liddy Lisa. I'm repeating myself again. Y'all cut that part, okay?
Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? When I bought the Aston Martin, y'all thought it was rented? Flexing on these, I'm like Popeye on the spinach. Double M, yeah, that's my team. Rose, the captain, I'm new